if y'all liked us looking through the characters and like going through their stats and abilities to identify their effectivenesses, we have got a lot here that I did not notice that are already available in Japan, and a lot of them will be coming to us too. They got a lot more, so we will definitely be doing some more of this. Wow, we have so many to cover, dude. All right, jeez Louise, some of these look crazy too. Oh, that'll be good. We'll do that. We'll start on this tomorrow, dude. We can't start on this today. We'll start on this tomorrow. Hey y'all, how you doing today, man? It feels weird to be back in my old recording space, dude. Like, you can't see my face and stuff because now I'm back in my work schedule and stuff, and I'm back to having to record like this, man. I was getting spoiled on actually having my camera, my setup and all that. It was so nice. I can't wait until I get out of this, like, what I got going on at work right now, and I can actually do that for recording every day. But for now, y'all, we're just gonna have to do it this way. So pretty much what I got going on today is I'm just going to announce who won the accounts, and then the ones that were not even, applied for, I'm just going to put that information up, and then whoever wants it, type it in, take the account, change the password or whatever. We'll get to that later, but first I want to go through some of the things that I've learned, because we'll do like a quick little learning session experience share thing again, because usually I only do these once a week, but I learned such a handful of stuff that I just want to go over super quick, because I also want to go over the upcoming Japan characters, the characters that are exclusive to Japan right now, because they should be coming to us as well. I want to start going over them, and there is a lot. So we'll jump on that later, but for now, let's just go through some of the stuff I wanted to talk to you about here. So for those of y'all that are following my suggestion for using the Star Mage to farm, all right, our Star Mage is doing pretty well so far. She's carried us pretty far. Obviously, at level 1000, we've been able to lock ourselves out of Gate of Experience 6 and all of the reincarnation gates where the enemy is level 900. That stuff, we definitely have that down packed to no problem. As for the story, so far she's carried me all the way to episode 8. I haven't really progressed much farther than this, but this is starting to get to the point where she's not one-shotting everything with her 20 cost area of effect anymore. So what are we going to do whenever our 20 cost area of effect is no longer giving us one-shot potential? Well, firstly, let's notice that she gets a magic boost in her kit. She has an intellect buff to where she can intellect buff herself one turn and then use every turn after that to do more damage for 3 turns. She holds onto this buff, and it makes her do a lot more damage. But with how far we're actually getting, sometimes combining the magic boost with astral impact is still not enough to one-shot the enemy. So I don't know if this is common knowledge or not, but if we look at the top part of the screen where we see skills learned, go ahead and click on skills learned. It'll tell you the ones that we already have for our characters, but then you could click on the spells tab that'll tell you the spells that we will get as long as we keep upgrading our weapon mastery for the staff. We notice at level 15 we get Megastar, which is a 40 cost SP with a higher multiplier. And of course, it's just showing the stats at base, so whenever you level it up, the SP cost decreases and the power increases. And it is still entirely feasible for us to get that off on turn 1 or turn 2 and start kind of spamming it as much as we need, because we notice with the self SP plus 7 when a turn begins, if for some reason we're lucky enough to nether enhance her 7 times, we also get an SP decrease of 12%. So using the low cost SP of magic boost on turn 1 is not only going to give us an intellect buff, it's going to give us an extra turn of a very low cost SP ability, so that we can actually end up spamming that stronger area of effect just as effectively as the smaller scale. So that was just a little something to hold on to, something to take note of for us that are going with the Star Mage right now. I do see a few recommended of people, and a few people on my friends list are taking advantage of the Star Mage kit. So if it's starting to feel a little bit underwhelming, then don't worry, because once you get past that wall of weapon skill 15 and you get the intellect buff, you just as easily just start tearing through stages again. Now notice my party here. You may see that my party 1 is still, my chest farming party where I have 3 thieves, and I was lucky enough to pull a pirate, so I nether enhanced him once in order to get a chest drop of 5% for him. So my farm team is just the farm team we started with, but if you notice, I have a new team formed up on my party 2. So why do I have these units on my party 2? Basically, they're all there to support the Star Mage and make her do even more damage. We see with Mao, with this ability, all enemies have minus to defense and resistance, minus 12%, making her area of effects do more damage to them right out of the gate. We move on to the Ancient Fox, where all allies deal additional star damage, and she does deal star damage, so that is giving her a little bit of a bonus as well with the damage she deals with her area of effects. Moving on, our Prism Blue has an ability that increases the speed by 4% of our Star Mage, which isn't a lot, but it's still enough to take note of. Plus, he is farmable. You can very easily nether enhance him to full just with a little bit of work into farming his stage. And last, I just have Etna on the team as a little bit of a backup DPS because they give us so many of her. I was able to nether enhance her 3 times and unlock an S rank power skill. So while I'm still using Party 1 for the big farming stages and the big trying to get chests and stuff, now I'm using Party 2 to help support the Star Mage and get past some of these tougher stages we're running into. And if you want to farm that Blue Prism Ranger for your speed buff, it's worth taking note that he's just straight up on main story episode 1, the final assault. You will be able to farm him right here, no problem. And while we're on the subject of farming, some information actually did come out about what stage is very, very good for farming prinnies in order to awaken your characters and star them up faster. So we'll take notice on the main story EP4, whenever we look into the 3rd section and you see stage 6, the man behind the malice, you'll notice that it is only a 10 cost stage, so it does not cost you very much AP to get into the stage, and it has 4 waves, each wave giving you a chance to get one of those prinnies. So your prinny obtainability ratio per AP used on the stage is the most efficient on this stage. So if you're trying to 6-star awaken some characters, it's going to be worth it to go ahead and get on the man behind the malice and just do this stage as much as you possibly can, because if you notice the stages before it, and a lot of other stages have downfalls to where the cost will be more than 10, it will usually be 12, if not more than 12, or like these stages, they only have 3 waves limiting your ability to farm those prinnies. So do not waste too much AP on other stages for prinny farming. Make sure that this is the stage that you're going for to farm prinnies. The next thing I'm going to go ahead and point out, if you don't already know yet, a really good way to get very top in-game items is going to Item World, and then every 10th level there will be an Item World boss that has a chance to drop an item. So if we see on my growth sword right now, the level is 50, which is a multiple of 10. So if we go into this level, then we have a chance whenever we get to the boss stage for him to drop a chest. And if he does not drop the chest, we can potentially just give up on the stage and retry over and over until we get the chest to drop. So for example, let's just run through it real quick. We'll go through and blast through these first 2 waves. Whenever you get to the boss stage, go ahead and just use a single target on him to see if he drops a chest. We see he doesn't drop a chest, so at this point we can go ahead and click give up. It costs us no AP, nothing except for time to do that because it is free to play these stages, so just click retry and play it over and over until you get that item. The reason you want to do this is because whatever item level that you're in, for example, if this was an item level 10 weapon that we were going in on, then whenever we do get a chest from this item lord or this item boss, it will be level 11. It goes up 1 level every single time you get a chest from one of these bosses. Now notice whenever I go in on this item general and I actually do get the item, now we can sit here and complete the stage, and the item that we've obtained will be a random item between all the different types of armors, all the different types of weapons you can get, but it will be a grade higher, and you can use this strategy to chain higher and higher levels of equipment until you get equipment far beyond the power that you should have at the time. And I will show you what I mean by that after I show you how that this item is actually an upgrade. So we see that the growth sword we were just inside has a rank of 3, but the weapon that we just got, or the item that we just got, is going to have a rank of 4. We see the cotton bandana I just got from that has a rank of 4 and a rarity of 25. The rarity can be random, but the higher the rarity, the better the item. Again, we can go into this and then at the 10th stage get a rank 5. And then at that one get a rank 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and do that all the way until you get something way stronger than your character should be using to carry you through some of the stages you might be having trouble with. And I have an example. So here I have removed all of my equipments from my fox, and then we're going to take note of her stats, right? Now notice whenever I put on some of the highest rated gear that I've been getting from these stages. Now take note of the insane difference we have with this new gear we've just obtained. We've gone up 31,000 attack and we've gone up 16,000 defense just from putting on this higher rank armor. And of course you use that armor in your new stats to go back into the item world to get higher level armor, and it's just a pattern and gives you something to do over and over, and it's nice to watch your character grow that way because these items do make a huge difference. And that's pretty much going to do it today, y'all. Now let's get on with the event that I held, and let's go ahead and hand out those accounts. So we did our reroll event where I rerolled for 4 accounts, and we're pretty much low scale right now. We don't have a lot of people participating, but again, we did have someone participating at least. So congratulations to SJCCN on winning account number 275. Here's a quick recap of the account you won. You got to start with Laharl. You also got your starting summon to be Desco, as well as we got you another Noble so that you can get the bonus HL gain from that as well. And of course, you got to start with the Thieves as always. So congratulations again. Please join the Discord and then send me a private message, and I will get you this account info immediately once you contact me. And as for these other 3 accounts, I would hate to see them go to waste. So if you're just getting into the game, or if you just want to cop one of these accounts for your friends, I'm going to leave the accounts up on screen and not really go into too much detail about them, but I will have the info for the accounts on the pictures. So if you want to go ahead and just grab one of those, feel free to just go ahead and grab it. If the information isn't correct, it's probably because somebody already grabbed it and changed the password. But okay, y'all, that's going to do it for me today. Back to our regular work schedule and stuff, but we'll still be streaming on Saturdays. Thanks for everyone that stopped into the last stream. It was a lot of fun. Don't forget, we have a new poll up on the page. If you go to my community tab, you could vote on the content that we actually do on the streams on Saturdays. It's a lot of fun. Also, feel free to join my Discord, but don't be sensitive because we have a lot of people in there from all sorts of different games. So just drop a meme because we like to have fun. And other than that, y'all, that's gonna do it for me today, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.